Threading the bobbin winder. Begin by inserting your thread into the first hole of the thread guide. Come back and place the thread underneath and around the tension disc, and then follow to the next hole on the thread guide. Note that depending on the tension you want to acquire based on the thickness of the thread, you may or may not use all the holes. Next, place an empty bobbin onto the bobbin winder. Wrap the thread around the bobbin, and before beginning, remember to remove the thread from your needle to avoid bird nesting. Once ready, insert the latch onto the bobbin and press the pedal forward to begin winding your bobbin. Threading the machine. Begin by inserting your thread at the top of the thread guide post on the top of your machine. Depending on the thickness of the thread and the tension you want to achieve, you may or may not use all the holes on the thread guides. Follow by inserting the thread through the thread guide hole at the top of the pre-tension. As you're threading, guide the thread through the posts and make sure that the thread is inserted in between the tension plates. Follow down to the main tension, making sure you insert the thread in between the two plates, and then come back underneath and thread your check spring, also making sure that the thread is not lodged behind or in front of the tension plates. Next, snap the thread into the thread guide shown and take your thread up to thread your take-up lever right to left as shown in the image. Come down and snap your thread into the next thread guide. In order to thread the needle, you may press down and swing away the roller foot on the machine. This will allow easy access to the front of the needle. Thread the guide hole above the needle and then thread the needle left to right. The needle systems that the machine can use are displayed here. Threading the bobbin case. Begin by swinging open the cover next to the throw plate and open the latch on the bobbin case. Carefully remove the bobbin case and the bobbin. Take a new bobbin and insert the thread underneath the tension spring. Line up your thread with the thread guide on the bobbin case and follow to insert it onto the rotary hook, making sure that the thread comes through the guide made up of the bobbin case and the rotary hook. You may adjust the tension on your bobbin case by turning the screw shown here, clockwise to tighten, counterclockwise to loosen. To power on the machine, flip the switch underneath the hand wheel. Operation. To begin operating the machine, press the pedal forward to begin sewing. If the pedal is released at any time, the machine will stop within its cycle. During the cycle, if options such as needle down are set on the control panel, you will notice the needle stays down in the fabric. You may continue to sew forward by pressing the pedal forward. Once you're ready to close the cycle, you may release the pedal and press the pedal down. This will trigger the trimming system to cut the thread and the needle to return to the up position if such settings are set on the control panel. Reverse. The machine is equipped with a traditional reverse lever on the front of the machine. There is also a one-touch reverse button near the needle bar, as shown here. While sewing forward, you may press the button and this will trigger the reverse. Presser foot lift. The machine is equipped with a knee lift underneath the table. There is also a manual presser foot lift behind the sewing head. An optional automatic foot lift is available. Basic control panel functions. We begin with the AB key displayed here. This key turns the function for the back tack at the beginning of the sewing on or off. If we begin pressing it, we notice there's a B on the screen. This would be a half tack. If we press again, we see AB, which gives us a full back tack, and once again we'll double our back tack, giving us a double, AB, AB. Next, the DC key. The DC key pertains to the end back tack. If pressed once, this will also give us a half tack. Press it again and it will give us a full back tack. And one more time, we'll double the back tack. We can see the numbers on the screen, 1111. Each number pertains to a different segment of the back tack. This number stands for the amount of stitches done for those back tacks. We can adjust how many stitches are added or removed by simply pressing the plus or minus to add or remove stitches. We could see the abbreviation for each back tack side on the top of the number. Next, we can adjust the speed of the machine by pressing the up or down blue arrows on the center of the panel. Foot, needle, and trim operations can be changed by using this key. Trim on or off can be done by pressing the key with the scissor icon. Needle up and needle down function during stop can be changed by pressing this needle with double-headed arrow key. Next we have a half rotation key found here on the control panel. If pressed once, the hand wheel will give a half rotation allowing the needle to come down. Hit it a second time and there will be another half rotation causing the needle to come back up. There is a second key to do this located here. Parameter functions. Press the P to enter the parameter settings. Using the plus or minus underneath the numbers, you may change the number to look for the parameter that you want to change. Once at the parameter, you may press the S to display the value of the parameter. Then using the plus or minus underneath the digits, you may change the value of the parameter. Once finished, you can press the P to return. Note that P1 is the same as the up and down speed on the control panel. P03 is the needle up or down parameter. This is the same as the needle up or down key on the control panel. P04 controls the beginning backtack speed. P05 controls the end backtack speed. The machine is equipped with onboard LED lights that can be switched from white to blue target lights.